Hello, this March 17th, St. Patrick's Day 2022. And I know in my predictions I did last year that I was actually seeing this specific day as something important happening either on this day or around this time. So it's only early in the morning here, still interested to know if something's going to unfold. I didn't really know what it was. It just felt like this date was quite significant. So I do know my son and his partner got engaged last night, which is really good news on a personal level. So, but I don't think it was that I was picking up on. I still think it was something that was quite, universal. So it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen for the rest of today and over the next couple of days, if anything. I don't normally get given dates, but when I got this specific date, I felt like it meant something important. And just lately, where I live, it's been so calm. Like the weather it's still. Like there's no wind. This days are sunny and they're very, very still, and it's very quiet. There's not that normal noise around. Normally, all I'm hearing lately is just the birds. Um, it's just days and days of this calmness. So I hope that's not the calm before the storm, because it's kind of what it feels like. So what I want to talk today about is when we put so much pressure on ourselves, thinking that we have to make the right decision about something, rather than understanding that your soul came into this body wanting to have experiences. So it doesn't matter where you are, you will still get those experiences. It doesn't matter if you're in a particular job. Over here there was one job and over here there was another job. If you need the experience of, let's say, you're somebody who finds it difficult to stand up for yourself and to speak up and to be more confident in yourself, it wouldn't matter if you took this job over here or if you took that job over there. There would be staff members or people in both situations that were going to show up in your life to teach you what you need to learn about yourself. And vice versa, you're also there to interact with other people to teach them about themselves as well. So we are always going to be attracted to people that are going to help us to learn the lessons that we need to learn for ourselves. It's not about the actual path that you're in, because it doesn't matter if I chose to be over here or if I chose to be over here. The situation is going to show up either way that's going to give me the lesson. And it's the same if you're making decisions. Say for your children, you had to pick a school and you're worrying about which school is going to be best for your child. Your child is a soul with their own journey already chosen. You're not choosing the soul's journey. That soul has already chosen that journey. So that child will migrate to other children that are going to help teach them something about themselves. That child will learn about their confidence and learn different things about themselves. It doesn't matter which school that they are in, they're going to get that lesson. And sometimes you'll find you'll go into a situation somewhere and this lesson keeps coming up. Like maybe you're around bullies. I've gone into this, this workplace and there's bullies there. So you end up leaving, and then you end up meeting a group of people around the same age in a sporting event, and you find there's bullies there. And then you might go to you might be in relationships in a family situation and you find there's bullies there. They're three totally different situations, but the same lesson keeps showing up. And it's to do with the experience that your soul came here for and is trying to teach you to react differently, to learn to do things differently. So as humans, we tend to put too much emphasis on, is that the right job, or is that the right house I'm supposed to live in, or is that the right relationship I'm supposed to be in? And it doesn't matter. None of that matters, because your soul is only interested in the experiences that you're going to get. that's all we're here for. We're here to come into this physical place. We have experiences, we learn about ourselves, we learn about others, and we take those experiences back to source energy, and that source energy, the universe, expands. It expands with knowledge. So if you are in that situation at the moment where you are trying to make decisions, rather than looking at the direction, ask yourself, what am I trying to learn about this? What is this teaching me about myself? And what am I trying to avoid that I don't want to know about myself, or I don't want to face that just yet? And see if maybe you're putting the focus on it has to be this particular job, or it has to be this particular relationship. Maybe your focus is on there because you're not quite ready to face what it is about you that you need to learn about yourself. Because that's what, and even it just takes the pressure off. Like, okay, I'm just here for the experiences. This right now, I'm having an experience. Where you are right now in your life, where you're working, whether you're not working, whether you're in relationships, family situations, wherever you are, what are you learning about yourself? And it doesn't matter that you're there, because that's where the lesson's coming from. And if you were somewhere else, you'd still get the lesson. The lesson's going to come to you no matter where you are. So it's just something to think about. To take the pressure off. Am I getting this right? Like, am I making the right decision? Am I choosing the right path? Because it doesn't matter which path you go. That lesson's going to be waiting for you no matter where you go. That's the whole importance of what we're all here for, is to get those lessons, to get that knowledge, to take it back to source. And so source expands. And we all have different experiences that our soul has chosen. And I was talking to someone the other day where they didn't like their body. Their body had a disability that they didn't like, so they were judging themselves on their disability. And if that's part of the soul, if that soul needed to experience living with that kind of disability, then the soul is happy that it's getting that experience. It's only the ego self that's making the judgment, like, I don't want this. And then I was actually, I was watching something the other day. This is years ago, that something Dolores Cannon had said, because I love the way Dolores reflects what she's seeing, because it's very much along the same lines as what I've been seeing for as many years as her. She was saying that everything is lined up with what our soul needs, which is what I'm saying as well. So let's take the situation of the war in Ukraine at the moment. And I have mentioned this before about if my soul raped and hurt people in past lives, my soul can also decide to come into a life and be raped and be hurt by people, so that I understand both sides of an experience. I understand what it is to project hurt onto somebody else, and I understand what it is to have hurt projected onto me. I understand both. So in past lives, if there were people that killed other people who were in a war, what if there was souls that were in a war in the time of Germany where they killed innocent people? Can their soul then choose to come back to this earth as an innocent person and be killed in a war? So that soul has an understanding and an experience of, I have killed others and I have been killed, as a way for that soul I mean, our egos can't get our head around that, because the ego straight away says, what are good things, bad things happen to good people. But how do you know what their soul has done in previous lives? You're just viewing what is happening in this lifetime. So as Dolores was saying, in a situation where there is war, those contracts all know, those souls know that they are going to come into a situation where there is going to be a war, whether they're either going to escape being attacked or whether they will be killed. Their soul knows that, and they still agreed to come to this earth. And for reasons we just don't understand, the way we sit and look through physical eyes, and we don't look as a broader outlook from the soul, we look just from the ego. We don't understand it. We can't understand why somebody wants to hurt innocent people. But do we know if there's a contract between souls where there is some experience that has to be felt for the soul to understand both sides of a situation? I've always felt that, like it was like a knowing that that's the way it should be, which is why, and we can change as well. We can, if we are very, very aware of our impact that we have on other people, and knowing that in another lifetime we might have to compensate for what we've done, the actions we've taken in this lifetime. Are we having to compensate again, or can we fix it still while we're here? Can we acknowledge what we have done whilst here and repair it while we're here, so that we don't have to come back again and have it happen to us again and go through the opposite side of the situation? And that's kind of like with karma, and I've said this before as well, my soul knows about karma. My soul knows that there has to be a repercussion for my actions, cause and effect. So if I said something nasty about a person, even behind their back, to their face, if I hurt somebody to their face, or behind their back, if I said a nasty comment, within the next half an hour I would physically hurt myself. I'd trip over and bust my knee, or I'd cut myself when I was making dinner. There is something that my soul instantly wants to give myself back pain for what I caused another person. It's an instant karma. I can't get away with anything. If I was in a shop and I stole something, I would walk out of the shop and get in my car thinking, oh wow, I've just stolen something, and then someone would just crash into my car. There's always going to be an instant karma for me, because my soul has a very, very deep understanding of repercussions and it has to be fixed in that minute, so that I don't carry all that energy, that karmic energy, into another lifetime and then have to deal with it again. And then there's other people that their soul is not of that understanding, so they can destroy whatever they want to destroy whilst they're alive, and they will deal with it when their soul has passed to the other side. That is when their soul will have to deal with their actions, and that's when the decision will be made to, do I come back again and go through the opposite of what I created, so that I'm on the other end of it. So it's something I've known for a very long time. It's a very deep understanding that that's the way it works. It kind of, even though it's, as a human being with a compassion and those feelings, it doesn't make it any easier to watch really good people go through really, really difficult times. But if you can sort of see it from that bigger picture of the soul, it just gives you that little bit of understanding. Even you don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but it just gives you that bit of understanding of why that could possibly happen to somebody. So yeah, it's an interesting topic, and I've kind of had a whole week of people that have been contacting me that are in situations where they're trying to make decisions and not sure they're not sure whether they're making the right decision or not. And it's not about where you're meant to be. It's about the experience you're going to go through, and you're going to get it. Whether you go that way or you go that way, you're still going to get that experience. So thanks again for listening to me. Be interesting to see what's unfolding in the next couple of days, because I don't normally get given a specific date. So have they given me a specific date for a reason? Hopefully it's this year and not next year, that the date that they gave me, but we'll see. So hope everyone has a lovely day, and I'll talk with you soon.